nerds, what's up? It's Pete Thorn. Welcome to the studio. Hey, today I'm doing something completely different. I don't think I've ever done a demo quite like this. This is a video for the Headrush FRFR-108 cabinets, which are these little full-range cabinets that you see sitting here on either side of my pedal board. So that's what you heard me playing through on that little jam I did on the track at the beginning of the video. I played the clean part at the beginning, then came in with the solo lead guitar and overdubbed that. The way I've been recording it is actually I'm micing these full-range cabinets in the room with these two Audio-Technica condenser microphones, and they're back from the Headrush cabinets about 2.5 to 3 feet. It's a very difficult thing to demonstrate a full-range cabinet, I feel like, in a video, because it's a full-range PA-style cabinet. It's supposed to develop sound in the room, and it's not really something that you stick a mic up close on or anything like that. So I put these two mics back in the room, and it actually works pretty good. I feel like you're getting a pretty fair representation of what these sound like here in my room. Okay, so the way I've got this set up right now, I've been wanting to try this for a while with my amp, because my amp sort of bridges the gap between the modeling world and the tube amp world, I feel like. It's a tube amp, yes, 15 watts all tube, but it has a built-in load box to load it down to line level, and it has a line out that's got speaker simulation, impulse responses. So you don't need to use it with a guitar cabinet, and in fact, you can use it all alone and then run into a setup like this very easily. So I've been wanting to try this for a little while. So what I'm doing is running my guitar into my pedal board and running through my switcher, which has some, you know, like overdrives and compressor and stuff like that. Coming out of the switcher, I'm going into the front end of the amp. Then I'm coming out of the line output of the amp, the loaded down line output with speaker simulation. I'm coming back into my pedal board into the H9s down there, as well as that Boss delay, and I'm adding a little bit of reverb, and then that one part's a little bit of Leslie rotary speaker style effect, as well as, you know, some echo. And then I'm coming out of the effects and splitting into the Headrush cabinet. So there's no guitar cabinets at all being used right now. And I've also got a volume pedal in line, more on that in a second. So you don't need to use a setup like this, of course, or a pedal board or anything. You could use a modeler, like one of the great Headrush, you know, small effect boards like you've seen me do demos of on my channel. Or if you've got a Kemper or an Axe Effects, a Line 6, you could run that into these cabinets as well, either in mono or stereo. They're basically just a great small full-range cabinet that you can use in a multitude of different ways, even as a small PA. If you play acoustic guitar or something like that. They're super powerful, 2,000 watts. I mean, anything from whisper quiet all the way up to, they'll fill a room. So on that little bit that I played at the beginning of the video, I specifically went for kind of earthy, organic tones to try and, you know, put them to the test to see how they respond to that kind of guitar sound, because we don't normally maybe associate, you know, a full range cabinet with like earthy edge of breakup or clean sounds. But it ended up sounding great, I thought. But let's check out the sound now with a clip, maybe with some distortion, so you can hear what the cabinets sound like with some high gain, some overdrive coming through them. So the way I've got this set up right now, I feel like is really cool. Line out going into my pedal board, and I'm running into these two H9s right here, and I'm actually just using this one for some reverb, and then I'm running into this DD500 for a little bit of echo. And I've also got a volume pedal here in line, and with the volume pedal, I can get my tone at any volume with these cabinets, because the PT15 is a 15 watt amp. Well, with these cabinets, you can get your tone at basically any volume, so it's really great. With the volume pedal in line, I'll show you what I mean. Some Toto, because when's not a good time for Toto, right? Did you hear that little bit of feedback I got right at the end there? That, to me, is everything. That's something that you'd never be able to get with a direct rig using only in-ears. And even just adding one of these at a moderate volume, you could still hear the pick attack in the room. I wasn't playing that loud, but the note started to take off into a really nice harmonic feedback, and that, to me, is so valuable. Even if you're running a modeling rig and mainly in-ears, just adding one of these and getting some of that feel back, the interaction of the guitar with the speaker is just, I don't know, we need it as guitar players. It's so valuable. So they're super duper light. I think they're like 19 pounds each. I can do that with one arm. Maybe not too many times. You've got two inputs on the back with individual volume control. They're combo jacks. You can plug in an XLR or a 1/4 inch there. Volume 1, volume 2. Then you get an XLR output in case you want to send your signal out to like maybe a mains PA or something, and these can just be your monitors. You get a ground lift switch, and then you also get a contour switch here, which cuts mids basically, or boosts highs and lows actually, and gives you like 3 dB more, kind of like a loudness switch, a little more lows, a little more highs. I'm just using them in the flat position for this whole video. And you can even mount these like on poles, you know, like PA style. You've got a little like, you know, attachment for that here if you want to do that. I know I'm going to find use for these. I've done some gigs where I've gone direct and loaded down my amps and gone direct and stuff, and these would have been perfect. I mean, I'm talking like even for arena gigs. On a stage where I'm not allowed to have a guitar cabinet, but I bet I could sneak one of these in and get, you know, some of my sound, be able to get some direct sound on stage and be able to have volume control over it right there. I mean, I can see the uses for these. There's multiple uses for these. You can check them out further at the link down there in the video description below. Click there, it'll take you to all the info you could ever possibly want to learn about the FRFR-108 speaker cabinet. Please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the little bell beside the subscribe and you will get an alert every time I put out a new video. Thanks, Headrush, and I'll see you guys real soon. Take care.